Hello everyone, this is Kathleen with Be Again Books, and I'm glad to be here to show you this Christmas journal which I actually got finished. I'm calling this Christmas Bells, and I think it has turned out so pretty. I have this beautiful Reader's Digest cover. I had to build a spine for it, which I did with this pretty Cluny lace, and I made a fancy tassel for it. I just have it tied on. You can just untie it and, pull it off. I have used my regular button and bead closure, and let's go inside. It is going to be called Christmas Bells, and here we have beautiful paper with bells ringing. Here's an image from the graphics fairy with bells ringing. We have celebrating Christmas. I have done this repeated flying reindeer throughout the journal on different papers. I made some little charms. I have a lot of vintage ephemera in this journal. This is 1953 First National Bank. We end up spending a lot of money at Christmas, right? More bells here. Here is just a kind of a pretty cluster pocket, and there's the reindeer again, the reindeer there. Here he is again on this. This is just a vintage stamp book, the like green stamps, and this is a pretty collage card, postcard from the graphics fairy. Here I've done a napkin decoupage and a little bit of stamping on this index card. This pretty wreath from the vintage book. And this is a little fold-up pocket. I have this little game score sheet and a vintage playing card. You can display it either that way or this way. And a little ticket, Silver Star Shows in Crete, Nebraska. This is a little pocket. Lots of journaling room. Here is one of the over the page flips. And over this, this vintage book page, and I have a little tag there. And on this side, I just have this little receipt, and clip that on with a paper clip. This is a little flip out. Here's the center of the first signature, and I've done this raggedy edge, and I just have another journaling paper, and this is just a large cutout of Santa, and I have the glossy accents on there. There's a little bit of a peekaboo down here. This is one of my fancy folds, and I just have this from a vintage music book, and I have folded it there and just put it around the other side of that book page. And I have an oxidized paper clip on this side. I'll just hold that down. This also creates a nice tuck spot for more ephemera. I just couldn't fit any more in. It is, kind of chunky as it is. Here's just a little Tim Holtz ephemera piece. This is a pocket, and here is a vintage recipe for bran date bread. Oh, that would be so good at Christmas time. On the other side, I have this library catalog card. And on this side, another pretty image from the graphics fairy, and some vintage note paper. smushed paper there. Just another of the little journaling papers, Christmas bells. This is a little belly band, and I have this piece of vintage. It's like, well, it says my favorite recipe, so that would be fun to write a Christmas recipe. And this is also fun, this coin envelope, and I have used a vintage 1975 Christmas stamp for a little bit of a collage. And I have on this was vintage page that I smushed and painted, and then it pulled out. So on each of the sides I have reinforced that with this pretty lace, and I have that on this side as well. Yeah, so I have that same lace on this side to keep that page in. Here's a little collage on this pocket and journaling paper. There's the other side of that beautiful bell paper, and this is a page from the Graphics Fairy images, and I have just wrapped that around and created this little tuck spot on this side with that pretty cluster. I have, this is some kind of a medical record card and a little journal card with Christmas brass. Here is another decoupaged card and another little Tim Holtz Christmas piece in this double torn pocket. And this is just an altered ribbon paper clip. A beautiful, about 1920s, I would say. It's like Art Deco. A very happy Christmas, greeting kind, greeting true. The best there is, I send to you. It's Elizabeth E. Hart. And that is just on this, it's just you can put more ephemera in here and just journal on this side. So that just wraps around there. And we have another couple of journaling papers, some layered shorts, vintage book page, and on this side we have this beautiful Graphics Fairy postcard image. And I have also done some glossy accents on those berries. And this vintage calendar. Here's a little embellished note paper, and it just tucks inside of that wraparound. You can display either one you like the best. A little bit of a label there. Here is another one of those beautiful vintage postcard images, and I have that tucked here behind this vintage Santa with the charm there, and again glossy accents. This side is some vintage note paper and another of the Graphics Fairy postcards. On this side, I have the same little flip out, and this is just the flyleaf paper from Reader's Digest book, and I have just pierced the side of that scallop edge Tim Holtz piece, and this was so fun to make. It's just a winter scene image from the Graphics Fairy, and I have done some texture paste on there where the snow is. Here are the layered papers again. And this is another beautiful image from the Graphics Fairy. And I have made that into a little pocket. And this beautiful little postcard image just on a little journaling paper tied with some vintage silk thread. And that just hides right in there. The last little reindeer and this beautiful Graphics Fairy image. Yeah, and the end, just the closure. This is what the side looks like. Yeah, really pretty, I think. Thanks so much for being with me today. I hope that gives you some ideas for your own projects at Christmas time. And I will list this on my Etsy. You can check for the link down below. Thanks, and we'll see you with another project.